Hey everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again. In today's video, I'm going to show you how attackers, or more precisely, how cybersecurity professionals use a tool called John the Ripper to recover passwords from protected zip files. By the end of this video, you are not just going to see the process, you're actually going to understand how everything works behind the scenes. So before we jump into the tool, let's understand what is really happening when a zip file is password protected. When you set a password on a zip file, the system doesn't store the password directly in plain text. Instead, it converts that password into something called a hash. So a hash is basically a scrambled and a one-way transformed version of the password. It looks like random characters, but it represents the original password in a secure form. Now, the important question is this. If the password is turned into a hash, then how does the system know that the user entered the correct password later? Here's how it works. When you try to open the zip file and enter the password, the system does not compare the password itself. Instead, it takes the password you enter and also convert that input into a hash using the same hashing method. Then it is going to compare the two hashes. If the hash of what you entered matches the stored hash, then everything is going to be okay for you, right? So it is basically a system that is never checking the password directly. It is always comparing the hashes. So if it's finished with the hashing and then compare it and it matches with the one that has been stored, then access granted. But if it doesn't match, then access is denied be that. So basically the system is never checking the password directly. It is always comparing hashes rather. Now here's another important point. When you try to open the file, the system does not reveal or check the original password, right? It only checks whether the generated hash matches the stored one. Now, let's move to the attack or the recovery side of things. Here's the important part. Attackers don't see the password directly, and they cannot also read it from the zip file. So what they do instead is try to recreate the hash. So what does that mean? They guess possible passwords one by one or using a list of common passwords. For each guess, the system converts that guess password into a hash. So then they are going to go ahead and compare it. If the generated hash does not match, then that's a wrong password. But if the generated hash matches the stored hash, then the correct password has been found, right? So instead of attacking the file directly, they are basically repeating this process of guessing, generating hash, comparing the hashes, and repeating until it is found. Now, you understand what is happening behind the scenes, right? Now let's jump into the practical demonstration, right? So we have our zip file right here. As you can see, it is password protected. When we try to extract it, it asks for password. So without it, the contents are completely inaccessible. So the first step is not to attack the file directly, but to extract the hash from the zip file. So we open the terminal and navigate to the location. So I'm going to go ahead and type cd desktop and then ls to list the file, right? We do this using a tool that converts the zip archive into a hash format that can be analyzed. So once we run the command, then we'll go ahead and enter zip2 john followed by the file name .zip, then hash.txt. So what we're going to do right now is to go ahead and type cat followed by the hash.txt. Now we move into the recovery phase. So we're going to go ahead and launch John the Ripper and provide it with the hash file that we just did. So we're going to go ahead and type john hash.txt. And here we go. The password has been successfully recovered. You can see it displayed in the terminal. So we'll just do john then space -- show hash.txt. Right. So to confirm, we go back to the zip file right there. Then we'll try extracting it again and enter the recovered password to see what will happen. Right. So as expected, the file opened successfully and all contents are now visible. So to summarize what we just, learned right now, we didn't directly hack the file. Instead, we understood how password hashing works, extracted the hash, and then used a controlled recovery method to find a matching password. This is exactly how cybersecurity professionals test password strength and evaluate system security. So, tools like John the Ripper should only be used for ethical and legal purposes, such as learning cybersecurity, recovering your own files, or performing authorized security testing. If you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification as well. Keep in mind that this is not a hacking video, but it is educational video to help you understand how it works.